Welcome to Syndicate tonight. I am one of your hosts, Spurge, and joined as always every Monday night. I am joined by the man who owns and runs the Syndicate, the one and the only, the General Mr. Quincy Workman. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Well, I'm tired. It was a very, very long weekend for me.
It's your fault.
Do what?
It's your fault.
Well, I mean, it was, but I was in Indianapolis taking pictures of the Indianapolis Capitals tryout. They only live 3 hours from me, bro. It's very easy to get there. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Oh, we have some very special guests tonight. We have Mr. Joshua Hall, the owner of the Nighthawks, and then we have another gentleman, Mr. Billy Ocean. He is the owner of Georgetown Poker Club. So I don't care who we want to bring in first, Quincy. We can, but I do want to talk about something before we bring them on.
Let's go.
You guys had a nice little shindig down there this weekend.
Where we had where?
At the school district, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that real quick before we bring our guest on.
Yeah, so we were Pflugerville ISD and partnered with the Chamber of Commerce and the Pflugerville Economic and Development Center. Hosted a job fair last weekend. I was down there representing the syndicate, looking for some jobs and some interns for our up and coming season. We had like 70 applications there. All of them were taken, and then about 15 cards after that for more people that were interested. So it was a good day. We had some interviews conducted today. We got some more scheduled for tomorrow. So we're looking to build our staff a little bit. Get ready for the season.
See, and I love that, Quincy. And here's the one thing I'm starting to notice now is that this league is really starting to make some major noise. What's up, Bryson? Starting to make some major noise. I mean, I don't think I can get back in town. I ran into some traffic from Indy. That was, oh God, I hope it never happens again. I'm sure it will. But this league is starting to make some noise, even up in the Indianapolis area. It was starting to make noise and all of that stuff. So it's interesting to see how this is all happening and how it's all starting to go. Now, with that being said, Quincy, like I said, we have some special guests.
We do.
Who do we want to bring on first? I don't care.
Let's bring on... let's go with Mr. Hall.
Mr. Hall, we'll bring in Mr. Joshua Hall, the owner of the Nighthawks. Thank you for joining us on Syndicate tonight, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Well, I mean, listen, I didn't really have a choice. Quincy just said, "Hey, you're one of our guests tonight," and I just host his show. So I was like, "Okay, if that's your guest, let's do it." That's how it works. So, but thank you for joining us.
Don't let him blow smoke up your mouth.
So before we get into it, is it okay if I call you Joshua, or do you want me to call you Mr. Hall since you're the owner of a football team?
No, sir, you're good. Joshua's fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm polite, unlike my other co-host over there, who is not very. Yeah, see, he's not polite. But Josh, give everybody a little brief history of who you are and all of that stuff real quick.
And why you're on the show.
All right, well, we started back in a couple years ago. We started as the Northeast Arkansas Knights out of Northeast Arkansas. Our hometown right now is Blytheville. What we decided to do was this upcoming year, we had two teams that was, battling, competing in the Northeast Arkansas area. So we went ahead and combined two teams together. So, it kind of made it a different type of atmosphere. It made it real competitive at practices, things like that. It was just something that pretty much it helped out in the community, helped out in our area, and it pretty much brought the attention to semi-pro and what semi-pro is all about in the area. A lot of people didn't know about the semi-pro world until, they heard about these different teams here. And once it came into light, that's when everybody decided, oh, hey, well, I'm reaching out here. Hey, I'd like to play. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. So, I mean, it just pretty much brought the attention to this area and showed the athletes that we have here.
Well,
Now, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
Okay, for the now the reason that I was brought onto here, we got a game upcoming.
Wait. We can't say it yet. You gotta tease it, man. We gotta tease it a little.
I got
it. We gotta tease it a little bit. So it's funny that you say that because I'm here in St. Louis and I am actually involved with a team called the St. Louis Falcons here out of St. Louis, and it's a semi-pro team also. But explain the difference to people who are watching because Quincy's team, Continental Football, it's looked as the double A or single A of professional football. Explain to people that are watching what's semi-pro and why it's a little different than this league, the Continental Football League.
All right, well, the league that we're in right now is called the GDFL, which is the Gridiron Developmental Football League. It is a very, well-rounded. It's a very strong league to start off in. It's one of them has been well respected for years. And it was just something that ended up coming up different. We play NFL style with how we do ours. Everything is still kind of in the same type of formation. Things like that. How we actually enjoy ourselves and do it on our end. We pretty much we take the guys off the streets. Things like that. Trying to help out. In areas that we can prevent, from them to going down wrong directions, things like that. We want to try to bring them in, the guys that has talent to be able to get video footage, to be able to go colleges, maybe to that next level, UFL, things like that. And then now I did hear about the Continental Football League. Once I heard about them, I was like, man, this is a very well-rounded and strong league. When I was reached out about it, I've had several coaches tell me, man, this is a great opportunity. This is something that you need to jump on. This is something that, you don't get these opportunities very often. And, and for us to be recognized to be able to get that opportunity, man, it meant a lot to us. And that's just one thing I can actually say for that.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, I know, like, here in St. Louis, we kind of do the same thing with the Falcons. It's the guys who, were playing high school ball, maybe not have gotten that scholarship or gotten that. Like, right here, my guy Bryson, he was the guy that played in arena, came back home because he wanted to see his family play football. Sir. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the difference is these guys are playing it as I was, as the X-Fan show that we do on Thursday nights. It's the show the motto is for the fans, by the fans, right? Quincy's league, the Continental Football League is the people's league, right?
Yes, sir.
So I equate the semi-pro is for the love of the game. These guys are playing it for the love of the game to get that chance to get to the next level. Would you agree or disagree?
Yes, sir. Agree in that level for that part. And we are doing it for the fan bases that's in our area as well. To show the guys that, you can bring your family out and still be able to watch it. Hey, you might be out of high school. You might didn't get them offers, but hey, your family still has an opportunity to watch you out here play. We still have the opportunity to put on for the community, bring people out and, draw them into the football league, and just, build up a fan base within there.
Right. And it's like you said, a lot of these guys had just gotten out of high school, maybe not had the best grades in high school, but played football. So didn't get the opportunity to have a scholarship, but now you're giving them that place to showcase that.
Yes, sir.
Opportunity. So for you as a guy who runs this team, because I know what it takes. I mean, it's not what Quincy, it's not the level of what Quincy's doing, but I mean, I know it's still a nice little chunk of change of what we put into the semi-pro. But why are you doing it? Like, what is that passion to make you want to do it?
Well, I've always had passion and love for the game. Since I was, 7, 8 years old, coming up, through high school, I had the opportunity to play in college at ASU for 1 year, things like that as a walk-on, and it was just opportunities that I know that I wanted to still be able to present, to these other guys and show them like, hey, you still have those chances, just because you might have messed up things, it's still there. Like, I wanted to bring in, I bring in a lot of guys, that just they're very talented. Like I put it this way, our whole team is very well rounded. And I bring in those guys that I know for a fact is going to contribute, that's going to be there. They're going to put in that dedication, that hard work, and I'm going to do on my end to make sure they have video, make sure their guys we're getting to back and forth to the games. I do have I will say I do have another co-owner that's in there once we combine the teams. So it did make it a little bit easier as far as front office wise when things got to moving. So we was able to see what we was working with, what we needed to do, to get these guys the exposure and stuff that they really needed. And, and that's what I was always here for, is to be able to give the guys the opportunities that I really didn't have myself when I was coming up.
Now, it's funny because as we're sitting here talking, like I said, I'm part of the St. Louis Falcons. No offense, Quincy, right? I'm actually looking at where you guys exactly are from me, which, if I'm not mistaken, you're only a 3.5-hour drive from St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God. Here you go.
Hey, listen, he's a semi-pro
Amanda,
team.
It's not my fault, Amanda. It's not my fault.
Listen, you playing the what? Amanda. You playing the gridiron. It's a new semi-pro league that's been around for a minute. It's the gridiron. What is it again? I forgot.
The Gridiron Developmental Football League, the GDFA. That's it.
I knew it was something like that. I follow him and all of that stuff. See, like right here, Justin Harris says, got to set a scrimmage up. You know what? I need to text somebody real quick and say, guys, you need to be watching the X-Fan show because I might have us a game. See, this is the kind of stuff that I have to do.
You see he's doing it on my show. You see what he's representing, right? You see what he's doing.
I see. He's trying to take some advantages on himself. I see.
Man,
hey, listen.
Oh, goodness.
You have to. Am I right, Joshua? Especially in Joshua. Okay.
Yes, you take anything you can get.
Advantages, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's what it is in the semi-pro world. You have to take advantage of the opportunities you're given.
Yes, sir.
And why is that? Tell people why that is.
Because those, to be honest, those opportunities don't come around a lot for us. The only opportunities we have, is the leagues that we're in. We might have several other leagues, but at the same time, they're not as common for us as it is for teams that's getting paid or colleges or things like that. So it's really harder for us to get on the map. So the only way we're able to is being able to find those connections, being able to pretty much go different places. Like, we've got a game set up with the East Central Missouri Eagles, I believe we're going to eventually have too, which is in another league as well, as the CMFL. So, we're always
looking.
Yes, sir.
That is the league that we're in. And if I'm not mistaken, if Eastern, I think, is that the Herman, Missouri team?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Herman, Missouri team. So I know exactly. Again, that's only like 4 hours from where you guys are. Oh, look, I'm getting yelled at right now. Who's yelling at me?
Right at 4 hours and 15
minutes. Somebody is. Oh, it's people saying they can watch, right? So there you go. But now listen, they're like we were talking about opportunities, right?
Yes, sir.
That you guys can get. And you guys actually are having a very, very big opportunity here, right?
Yes, sir. Right.
If I'm not mistaken, this might be your opportunity that you have.
Yes, sir. It is. And we was quick to jump on it. We had no hesitation whatsoever. When those opportunities, when they come about, we take them.
Now, why is it that you guys are wanting to play at this level? And how did that phone call come about for this to happen?
Okay. The reason, I would say we really want to play at this level is to show guys, that we have talent that's out there that's, capable of doing these things. Mm-hmm. And this right here can show, the Texas Syndicate, hey, we have athletes our way. This can show these teams that's, in the league as well, hey, we have athletes this way. And it can showcase them on what they need to be showcased. It'll be, with video, with, just pretty much putting them on the map where, hey, we have this talent here within us too. We want to show you guys that, we can put on the show and help you, help you build like you can help us build. And that's what it's all about as far as, coming up in the semi-pro world is helping each other. It's a lot of backlash between teams and things like that. And I mean, it's really a lot of stuff is uncalled for, but it's we know what it comes with when it comes down to the semi-pro.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, it can be very hard for a semi-pro team because these guys aren't getting paid. So they're like, I'm just out here for the fun of it and I'm doing it, right? Now you're going up against a team where they have former Division I players.
Yes, sir.
A guy like Jeremy Hunt, who has played at the top levels of professional sports, right? Right. Your guys are like, okay, they were high school guys, maybe got to a little bit of college, right? Like you said, you had the 1 year in college, didn't work out, right?
Right.
What is it that you're telling your guys, you have this opportunity. What is going in your head that you're telling your guys about this opportunity that you guys have to play the Syndicate?
Like I told them, I told them this opportunity right here. I said, this is something that you need to take. This is something that you're able to go out there and you're able to showcase your skills on a professional level. You're able to show them, hey, I can compete. I can try to come out here and I can compete with the best. I want to be able to show them, that, don't have no doubt in your head about what you think that you can actually do. Because anytime you have a doubt that goes through your head, then right then you're not going to play your game. And it's going to take you all the way out of things of how they don't need to be. And just, make sure that you just keep pushing and you keep pushing through it. You can't let adversity get in the way. And as long as you keep pushing, as long as you keep doing what needs to be done, you can take it to that level and, you can be recognized. And with this Texas Syndicate game, I want my guys to realize, hey, go out there and play the best that you can. Leave it all out on the field. I was like, don't come off with your head down and hold your head up high. Every play, if you make a mistake, hey, you got another play. Let's keep it rolling. Things like that, just trying to keep a positive atmosphere all the way around.
Right. I mean, and I think, and this is what I was trying to tell my guys at the last practice. You guys know I'm involved with the Syndicates. You guys know I'm involved with the Continental Football.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that are watching the shows, the Syndicate Tonight show that I do, the X-Fan show that I've viewed, where it's gotten the buzz for the Continental Football League to be built up even more. And I'm like, these guys are looking at this and they're watching what you guys are doing. This is that opportunity that maybe you can get signed to one of these teams.
Right. Yes, sir.
And I think that's what is the most important thing that these guys got to realize is that what you're doing for them is you're giving him an opportunity to be in front of a guy like Quincy, who is the owner of this team.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure there are going to be other scouts from other Texas teams there to watch that game. There's 3 other teams there. I mean, you have who? You have Josh with the Braves. You have John with Tall City. And then you have the Toros.
Josh.
Another Josh.
Another
right?
Josh.
So how are you going to keep, because these are the minor league guys taking a step up, right? So how are you going to keep them mentally prepared for this game?
Okay.
Where they don't lose it.
Right. The main thing that they need to know is, don't overthink it. Don't go in there, hey, don't go in there with a big hype. You got to take it as a game. We understand this at the professional level, but you also have to remember within yourself that I have to keep a level mind and I have to be able to focus on everything that I do. Yes, you're going to have that opportunity. You're playing at a professional level, and a lot of people don't get that opportunity. So I understand it might get to you, but just remember, always be humble. Never go overboard. Never do anything. And I tell my players all the time, always humble yourself. Because you never know who's watching and you never know, what's going to go on. So, just always, just remain within yourself, keep yourself level-headed, and just think of it as, hey, I'm taking this opportunity and I'm not, it's a once in a lifetime, But hey, I know that at the same time, I still need to keep within myself, and I still need to be able to focus on what I need to do ahead of time.
Right, exactly. And so now, so Quincy reaches out to you to schedule this preseason game that you guys are going to have, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is, let me get to the little graphic right here. Boom, right there. It is May 23rd.
Yes, sir.
It's 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. The Arkansas Hawkeyes, Nighthawks versus the Texas Syndicate. You get the phone call from Quincy. I did. Well, listen, you know, the wife is a Hawkeye fan, and we were just watching them barely lose in the NCAA tournament. So that was, you know, but you get the phone call from Quincy to play this game, right?
Yes, sir.
How did that phone call go?
All right, when he reached out to me, he was like, "Hey, you know," he said, "You know, would you guys be interested in playing, you know, a game at a professional level?" And I told, you know, I said, "Hey, you know, anything that would give my guys that opportunity to be, you know, be seen and be out there and heard, and you know, be able to showcase their skill." I said, "Man, I'm all for it." You know, and he pretty much, you know, he jumped right onto the ball. You know, hey, what do we need to be able to help you? You know, to be able to come, you know, be able to do, you know, things like that. You know, and I was telling, you know, maybe like hotel, you know, things, you know, just to be able to help out with the guys' stays, you know, overnight stuff like that. So, you know, he's making sure that, you know, we got a room for, you know, 2 days when we come. You know, we're going to be well taken care of when we're there. You know, we got a pre-game meal, a post-game meal on that day. You know, and it was just, it was pretty much, you know, a great experience that I'm able to give my guys, you know, and be able to give them to that next opportunity. You know, when he sent me the contract over, you know, we got it signed, no problem. I sent it back over to him. You know, like, hey man, you know, we're excited about this opportunity. We're ready to jump on it. You know, I can promise you, we're gonna come. We're gonna give you the game. You know, we're gonna give you the game that you want, and you know, we're gonna come down there and do what needs to be done.
Now, Quincy, I have to ask you because there was that little team called the Dallas Prime that went down to Mexico and beat that Mexican professional team, right? And it's Josh, it's no disrespect to you, right? And no disrespect to your guys. But Quincy,
Yes,
why did you pick the Arkansas Nighthawks to be your first preseason opponent?
They were open to coming. I'll be honest, they were open to coming. And you can't, at the rate and how we are right now, you can't look past anybody. You know what I'm saying? Semi-pro, pro. As long as they come in being professional, anybody can do anything on any given day.
Take us for example. Any given Saturday.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
See, Josh, you actually got the most words out of Quincy in an interview ever. You've gotten the most words that he's ever said in an interview just now.
Hey, this is the first time he gave me an opportunity to really say more than just a little bit, except for the time that he was interviewing me for the first time before all this got situated.
I get you. So he was taking all your attention from him.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'll be letting them do. I'll be on the top most of the time.
I understand. I'm the same way. I promise. I understand.
Now, Josh, I just got a text from the owner of the St. Louis Falcons and says that's what's up. We can definitely play them, but it would have to be after our season.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna have to
be with us also. So
right, I'm gonna have to get your number so we can get that set up. So
I need a finder's fee.
You have a finder's fee. It's every Monday night. I'm giving an hour up to come sit with you. That's your finder's fee. So now you guys have this great opportunity, right? And
yes,
the way that this league is growing, right? And how it's grown into the 8 teams that it is. And, you know, who knows in the future, you could be part of the Arkansas group, right? You don't know that. But for you as an owner of a semi-pro team to get this opportunity to play against the Texas Syndicate in their first preseason game, what does that mean to you, knowing that if you guys do a good showing? Because here, prime example, Manny played the Cincinnati. They weren't the Cincinnati Dukes. Who were they at the time? Were they the Dukes?
It was the Dukes. Yeah, it was Dukes.
And then Manny was so impressed with them that he let them join the league this year. So for you, knowing that that story happened, what does it mean to you to maybe know that could happen for your team?
To be honest, that means a lot. These guys put in work, time in, time off. They give time that, they don't have to give me, because, as you said, at the beginning, they don't get paid for this. So to be able to, for them to show that they have that dedication to honor, I'm 100% down for anything, that they're ready for. So, as far as like getting practices wise, things like that, with them coming to me, time after time after time, and them to be able to actually, put this show on and maybe eventually be able to become a professional team, and that would be a huge outstanding as far as for us, because that would show the hard work and determination that we go through time in and time out, and to show us, hey, your hard work and dedication is not unnoticed. Hey, you came down here, you put on the show, you did what needed to be done, and hey, we might be able to help you out in the future. And if that's the opportunity that we have, we will always be honored to have that. That you don't have a lot of semi-pro teams that will have that opportunity. And if we get that opportunity, I promise you, we would be probably the happiest team you've ever seen coming out of Arkansas.
There you go. All right. So you guys are playing May 23rd, 7 o'clock at the field there in Palouse, Texas.
Pflugerville.
Yeah, whatever.
Pflugerville. There you go.
Texas at the field, right?
Right.
Josh, because we have the other guest, tell everybody why it is important for them to watch this game and to come out and either support the Syndicate or support you guys.
This game right here, will be an opportunity to build a fan base for, the pro team that with the Texas Syndicate, trying to help them build that fan case down there this year and upcoming, maybe help build us a fan base at the same time to where, it'll eventually spread, towards us and help us in the long run. I know as far as the fan base down there, I've heard a lot of outstanding things already. I've seen a lot of posts already that's been posted that you guys, as far as the school wise, it just went up and, that y'all guys were just talking about. I was looking at that and things like that. You guys are very active in the community and things that need to be done. If we can help any kind of way coming down there with that preseason game to bring more attraction to help you guys in that area, we're all for it. We're all for helping the next as far as, trying to pretty much keep going, and build with them themselves also. So, it's just it's an interaction between both.
Yeah, and you never know. You might even get some people down there in that area that might start following the Arkansas Nighthawks. See right here. Look right here. Austin says it. Josh, tell Austin how he can contact you.
All right. If you want to reach out to me, we have our Facebook page at the Arkansas Nighthawks, so you can message. But if you want my personal number, I can give you that also, and we can make something happen. You ready? If you want the personal information,
but don't give that over the air, bro.
I'll send it to him. I'll send it to him. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get it over. All right.
Yeah.
Josh, thank you for joining us. I'm gonna tell you, good luck against the Syndicate. I wish Quincy, no offense. You got to root for the underdog, man, right?
Oh, goodness, dude.
But no, hey, man, I wish you guys nothing but the best. I wish you guys nothing but the luck in your guys' game on May 23rd at 7 o'clock with the Syndicate and all that. And I wish you guys nothing but the luck in the GDFL, of this upcoming season. And then me and you will definitely talk because we could definitely set up the game with the Falcons. Is there anything else you want to say before we let you go?
The only thing I want to say is, Quincy, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for reaching out and giving us the opportunity to showcase what we're all about as well. And we'll be down there locked and loaded on May 23rd, ready, to help try to put on the show down there for y'all.
Hey, that's all we can ask for.
And give your social medias one more plug.
All right. You said on social media.
Yeah,
As far as
let them know where they can find you at, man.
As far as on social media, we have we have a TikTok page, we have Instagram, we have Facebook. Everything's under Arkansas Nighthawks. So you feel free to go ahead, hit the follow button, follow us the rest of the season as we're in our spring season as well. And we're looking forward to everything going into the future. Maybe go ahead and build that fan base and get it started.
And you never know, the X Fan Show might come down and maybe come down and hang out with you guys and take some pictures for your guys' game and put them all over our page. You never know.
We're all for it. You're more than welcome.
I mean, you're only 3 hours from me, so it ain't like I just drove to Indianapolis over the weekend and was stuck there.
Who's not to say on a bye week or something, we might not come up there, and see y'all guys play.
Hey, you know what, man? You let me know, and we could set all that up.
Yeah, I definitely will.
All right, Josh. Thank you again. Best of luck to you on May 23rd at 7 o'clock at the field. I will definitely be paying attention, and I went and liked and followed your page and all of that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All right, man. You're welcome. Quincy, that guy's fired up, baby. I love it.
I like that.
His
guys fired up too. They talking mess on here already too. So
I know he's got his guy. I mean, look, even Austin got on there from the Falcons saying, "Hey, bet we'll hit you up." This is what I love about the football ecosystem. It's about the connections that you make with people, right? And stuff like that. And I mean, you never know, Quincy. You might have a game and you might be like, "Oh, well, damn. That kid's really good from their team. Shit, maybe I can pull him."
That's the point.
And bring him in for the season. You know what I'm saying? Or I can use him for a practice player or something like that, because you guys are only allowed to have 40 players on the active roster, right?
Right.
Yeah. But you still need players in case people get injured. So you'd be like, ooh, okay, I have this guy, like here, I'll just give an example. Logan Hamilton, their quarterback. You'd be like, ooh, Jeremy got hurt. Free's done for the season. Maybe I'll bring Logan, might impress you. You're like, you know what? I might bring Logan in as a backup or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's another guy, Octavius Washington. There's a running back and a defensive player. You'd be like, ooh, one of my guys got hurt. Let me bring him in. I mean, the opportunities are endless for these guys. And for you to be giving them that shot, I think that's awesome. That's it. You're not going to say anything?
Yeah, I had to do that for a second. I was just waiting for you to say something. That's all.
This is Syndicate Tonight. I am your host, Spurge, as joined always on a Monday night, the owner and operator of the Texas Syndicate, the general himself, Quincy Workman. We are brought to you by Drip Drop, the official hydrate drink of the Texas Syndicate. With a bunch of other stuff, I was working on some stuff. I'm going to have a video package of our other sponsors coming up in the next week or so. Well, I mean, yeah, did you see what what's his name's doing over there? What's his name?
We're not talking about that. That's we can't compare apples. It's apples and oranges, man.
That's true. But our next guest is a man who runs the Georgetown Poker Club. I do like his name, though. His name is pretty sweet. You do know that, right?
Really?
Oh, dude, he's got a sweet name. He's got a sweet name, dude.
I don't think I would want my name to be considered to be sweet as a man, but I mean,
I would love to have a cool name like that. Are you kidding?
I mean, a cool name, yes, but to be saying sweet,
dude,
yeah,
that name is sweet. He is cool like an ocean breeze. Mr. Billy Ocean. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank y'all for having me on, man.
Oh, dang it. My camera just went out. Gotta love life, don't you? Let me do something here real quick. But how are you, sir? Thank you for joining us tonight on the show.
I'm good. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Well, I mean, listen again. Like I'll tell you, like I told like I told what's his name? Quincy says, "Hey, here's who we're having on, and we're gonna do it." And I'd be like, "Okay, you're the boss." So that's just how it works, man. You know how it is. Sometimes you got to work for you got to just do what the boss tells you.
Yes, sir.
Right? Ain't that how it works?
Well, we hope so, anyways.
Right. Exactly. We definitely hope that's how it works. But so the reason why you're on, first, let's go into a little details of the Georgetown Poker Club.
Been open since 2017. It's a little local family-owned poker club in Georgetown, Texas. Got a good group of regulars that show up every single day, 7 days a week, and are called my degenerates. They just love to play poker and win some money.
Wait a second. You call them degenerates?
We're all degenerates. That's what we are. You're on the table, you playing for 10 to 12 hours at a time, you're a degenerate. A good one, though.
There we go. I got my camera fixed. I just love how you say they're degenerates. And they come to your
He
club.
said we. He said we, not them. He said we.
Oh, I thought he was calling the people that come to his club degenerates.
No, we all are degenerates when we come into that club because we can't leave the table.
Listen, I'm a degenerate because I do this show all the time. I do all these broadcasting. So yeah, I know what you mean, right?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing for Amanda?
Right. You guys, so here's the thing. Gambling is legal in Texas?
If it's done and structured the correct way, yes, sir. And it's not gambling. Basically, the house doesn't make any money. I just provide a private social club where my members can come and play, and then we charge a membership and then hour by the seat. So if they're sitting in the seat for an hour, we charge them per hour. And that's how we keep it legal.
Okay. See, that's interesting because here in Missouri, we have the gambling boats and all that stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, Texas is known for possibly the greatest poker game of all time, Texas Hold'em, right?
Absolutely.
So like, how did you know that's how you guys could do an establishment like this? Like, how did you find that out?
Well, the Austin area has been a very big underground poker scene, basically. And before they legalized the poker rooms, there was a whole bunch of underground games at random houses. So back, probably 8-10 years ago, they started going towards the poker clubs to, make them a little bit safer. You don't have any sketchy people showing up at house games or home games or anything like that. And we gave, our poker players a safer place to play.
Interesting. See, I find that interesting. So, like, you guys say that because I see here you guys do a daily, monthly, or a yearly membership.
Yes, sir. So if you're just coming in, just trying to visit the club for the day, it's a $10 fee to get in, and you're a member for the day. And then you're allowed to come and play on the poker tables. If you want to you want to become a regular, $25 for the month, or we do a $150 for the year. And that's what most people do is the $150 for the year.
Right. And so it also says here that you guys have professional dealers.
Yes, sir.
So, like, how does that work, having the professional dealers? Like, how does that all happen?
Just like you have football and you got players on your team, you got dealers and professional dealers, and they work their ways up. Basically you audition them just like you would try out a player on a team, and if they make the cut, they make the cut.
Interesting. See, I love learning new things every single day.
Amanda, he's not getting no ideas. Don't get no ideas.
What, dude? I don't think that would work in St. Louis because, like I said, we have the casinos that you can just go to, right? And if I'm not mistaken, the closest casino to you guys in Texas would be what, in Oklahoma?
We are 3 hours and 40 minutes away from Windstar and Choctaw, which is both in Oklahoma.
Right. So it wouldn't work here in Missouri. You know what I'm saying? So I like this whole idea. So, like, who helped you found this club?
Well, actually, a buddy of mine that's had it for the first 5 years. I bought it 2 years ago from him, and took over about 2 years ago. So he actually founded the club, got it all popping, doing all the legal stuff to get it all legal. And I just came in and changed the energy up, and then just started bringing my own flair to it.
Now, I see that you guys have multiple TV screens with sports and pay-per-view events.
Yes, sir.
Now, I know that the pay-per-view events can get kind of expensive. So, like, what kind of pay-per-view events do you guys show at your guys' club?
It just really depends on what the customers want. Like I said, it's a small club, so we're about 8 tables. They're a little bit of older crowd, so if they ask, we provide it. If they don't ask, we don't really provide it. But it's really a customer-based ask on that situation, and it's not like a bar. So it's a BYOB social club. So we're not getting charged like a bar would be charged.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. And then it says you kind of change. You're kind of more of like a family style hospitality type thing.
Yeah. You become family after you get to know everybody. And then because they are here every day, and people you didn't know that were going to become your family becomes your family.
Right. And it seems like that you guys are very community based.
Yes, sir.
Like that. And that's the thing that the Syndicate is. Quincy is wanting to become very family and community based within the area. So how did this meeting come about between the two of you guys?
Yeah, so there's Cam Young. Actually, I know Cam Young. He's part of the Syndicate. He knew a mutual friend of mine and reached out. And I had a meeting with Cam, and we started talking about it. And it was an absolutely no-brainer. I have a 17-year-old that plays high school football. He's on the varsity team right down the street. I graduated from Pflugerville. So it was a no-brainer for me to team up with somebody, a team or a community, and do a community event like this.
See, now this is what I love. It's a little, basically you'd say like a little mom and pop thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. And then you guys are partnering up with a professional team where like you guys couldn't be at the level of partnering up with like the Cowboys or the Texans. So for you as the owner of the Georgetown Poker Club, what does it mean to you to be able to be part of a professional league?
Well, Texas Syndicate is our Cowboys or our Oilers or however you want to say. That's our local team. So, around here, everything is our motto is support local. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a big old show. A lot of people going to come out and watch them.
See, I love that. Now, here's my question for you, right? So what if you do a Syndicate night, no limit hold'em tournament?
Okay. Time out. Can we get to why he's on first before we start putting more ideas out there? We got to let people know why we even partner with him first.
I was going to get to that.
So
all right.
Definitely partnered up with the Texas Syndicate for this May 2nd event, which is a barbecue showdown that we're going to have at Georgetown Poker Club. Texas is known for barbecue. So Georgetown is a barbecue city or town, you would say. So we're inviting all the barbecue meat cookers, smokers out to come out and cook their best meat. And then we'll have some judges out there to judge the best meat. And this is all to, promote their upcoming game on the 23rd at the field.
Right. Now, look, see this. Listen, there ain't nothing better than a BYOB and then barbecue. Nothing better than that, right?
Yes, there is.
What's better than that?
Supporting the Dell Children's Hospital.
That too.
See, now you both just know how to make me feel about this big because we didn't tell me this was going to be to support a children's hospital.
Absolutely. So we're going to
community based, man. You should know I always got a end for something, man.
Yeah, we're actually going to be charging $100 entry fee for the competitors for the barbecue, and some of the proceeds will go to the Dell's Children's Hospital, which who better else to get is the kids.
Right, exactly. So then my question is to you, and then to Quincy, why did you guys pick the Children's Hospital? What is the meaning behind it? What does it mean to you guys to pick that Children's Hospital?
Well, it was Heidi, one of the people that Heidi reached out to, and they reached back to us, and they were willing to work with us. Like I said, man, with a lot of things with us, we work with those who want to work with us. So when we reach out to people, especially now, in the beginning, a lot of people probably didn't really think that we were serious, but they were one of the people that actually took us serious and actually reached back to us and said they were willing to work with us. So those that rock with us will prosper and grow as we grow.
And Billy, for you, why what's the meaning behind the Children's Hospital?
Man, I've always been around coaching kids and mentoring kids. That's one of my passions. So what better else place to have it for the kids and present it to them?
See, this is what I love about it, is that this is what I love about this league, is that it's about helping the community and helping give back to the community, right? And now that the local businesses are starting to get on board. So I have to ask you this, like Quincy had said when he was talking about it, right? Everybody has seen all of these leagues come and go, right? But for you, Billy, you're like, hey, let's do this. I'm on board. Why is it that you believe in the Syndicate and why you wanted to jump on board to work out this partnership with them?
Well, first and foremost, it's the connection. I mean, after, having a conversation with Cam over the phone, we actually got to meet face to face. That energy, that vibe, you can't explain it. So it was a no-brainer when it came down to it. Not to mention, I'm a new club owner. Like I said, I bought the club a couple of years ago. And what better off to do my first event with a community event with them. So.
Yeah, see, I love that. So now we're doing the barbecue, right?
Yes, sir.
That's May 2nd. What time does
May
it start?
2nd at 12 o'clock at Georgetown Poker Club.
Okay. Now, here's the question. What time do they get to come there to start doing their barbecue?
They can get there as early as they want. Parking lot will be open and ready for them to set up as early as they want. 8 o'clock in the morning. If I need to get there even earlier than that, I will. Other than that, the doors open at 12, and then we'll just have, poker going on inside and music on the outside, cornhole on the outside, bunch of raffles and prizes, and just a bunch of cool events going on.
Like, look, but hold on. I know you Texas people are freaks about your barbecue.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a buddy who lives in Houston, and he smokes for like 12 hours throughout the night, right? Now, what if you have one of these crazy Texas guys that want to come and smoke their meat? Oh, you shake your head, Quincy. No, but what if that's what they want to do? What happens then?
Hey, smoker doesn't need electricity.
We have a list. Mm-mm. I knew you was going to ask something like that.
Hey, man, I like Billy's answer. You heard what he said. Smoker doesn't use electricity.
Well, we have a list. I already thought about that. No, we got a list of what meats that we're allowing them to, be judged on. Now, if they want to come out early, smoke something for later, cool. But we have a list of approved meats that can be used for the competition to make sure we keep everything within a nice, tight time.
Yeah,
so
see,
that we
Billy,
can all enjoy everything.
This is where I always throw wrenches into his plan. I think you should allow, if somebody wants to come and smoke a hog overnight, I think they should be allowed to. That's just me.
And I think that you should come and sit in the parking lot with them and put a tent up and work with them. Now, if you come down here and do that and get it, I think we can do that. We'll let that happen.
Hey, listen, you heard Billy. Billy says smokers don't take electricity. Right, Billy?
Absolutely, but I don't have to be there either. The parking lot's free and open.
See, nobody has to be there.
I'll get there when the food is ready.
See, like, look what Cage. I'm surprised the general ain't requesting someone to bring a good old oxtail. Ooh, a good old oxtail. Did we lose the general? Billy, a good oxtail would be good, wouldn't it?
Oxtail, you can't beat that, man. It's really good.
Right. That would be.
Depends if you're doing it right.
Right, we're just gonna take the general out. So we're just gonna discuss. We're gonna figure out this whole May 2nd thing, Billy. How's that sound without the general? I might get in trouble later. You won't, but I might. But that's okay.
All right.
But no, I really like that you guys you're doing this idea. So, like, what was the idea behind the barbecue? Like, what made you guys want to do that?
It comes down to we have a big open parking lot out front space, so we have enough spots for a barbecue event type thing. Like I said earlier, Texas loves their barbecue, football, some poker, and some food. What's better than that?
I mean, listen, nothing really. You're talking poker, barbecue. Yeah, I mean, what more can you do? What more could you ask for? You know what I'm saying? Now,
yeah, it gives a shot, like trying to get introduce Texas Syndicate and get them out there and show them, the new local team that we have out here.
Right, exactly. And like you said, you're the fixture in the community. You went to the school where they're going to be playing at, right? And
yes,
you
sir.
said your son is at that school, correct?
So he's not at that school. He's actually at the rival of that school.
He's at the rival of that school. Okay.
Yeah, one of the rivals back in the day, anyways.
Now, I have to ask something. In your logo, you have the 777s.
Yes, sir.
Why do we have the 777s? I understand for a slot machine, but how does that relate to the poker club?
Poker clubs down here in Texas, they have what we call sweepstakes, and it plays similar to that. But it's not slot machines or anything. They're predetermined games, basically. And, they can donate $1 to play, and if they win the prize. Basically, that's just what it is without, going too much into details on it.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, look, hey, Quincy, we already figured out everything that is going to be allowed to be cooked. All of that.
No, we did not.
So, I got it all figured out. We'll talk about it off the air. You may be mad, but that'd be okay. See,
hey,
I got him stopped.
No.
He's not having it.
Yeah, he ain't having it. All right, Billy, tell everybody what day the event is, all of that good stuff, and why they should come to the event and why they should support the Georgetown Poker Club and the Texas Syndicate.
Well, May 2nd, Texas Syndicate, Georgetown Poker Club in Georgetown, Texas, going to have a barbecue showdown. It's going to be at noon, and we're going to be barbecuing all through the day. Poker will be going on inside. We will have cornhole outside, meet the community, meet some players, meet some staff, all that good old stuff. And then after that, you want to get filled with some food, you can go inside, check out the club, get on the tables if you want, and play some poker.
And tell people where they could follow you and all that stuff.
Follow us on Facebook, of course, at GeorgetownPokerClub.com. Also, Instagram is Georgetown Poker Club. Everything's the same. And Facebook is the same, GeorgetownPokerClub.com.
Now, could I just ask, I have a feeling that the Georgetown Poker Club might be doing 50-50s at the games, or is that allowed?
Yeah. So, we'll be doing something similar on that lines to do prizes and raffles and stuff like that. Absolutely. And Georgetown is definitely going to be doing some of the proceeds of that to the Dell Children's Hospital also.
See, I love it. And all this money, proceeds of this money goes to the Dell Children's Hospital. And I think that's a very good thing that you guys are doing. I love that. I love anything to do with that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right, now, Billy, I will tell you this. I will see you May 30th. Are you going to be there May 30th?
Yes, sir.
So, Quincy, I have an idea. How about we have the Georgetown Poker Club being the official spot to where we broadcast from?
Kind of far away
Or
from
they
the
be the
stadium.
sponsor for us to broadcast at the game?
It's about a 20-minute drive from where we are. About 18 minutes or so.
Oh no, Billy, we're not going to broadcast at your facility. You're just going to be our sponsor for us to broadcast.
Absolutely.
See, maybe bring some teach us how to play poker the right way, the Texas way.
Hey, the only right way to play Texas poker is how you want to play your cards and how you want to play your money.
Exactly. There it is. All right, Billy, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to wrap this up because I know Quincy's got some other stuff that he wants to talk about. But thank you for joining us. Best of luck on May 2nd, and welcome aboard to the Texas Syndicate and being a proud sponsor and supporter of this team.
I appreciate it, Texas Syndicate. I also appreciate y'all giving this opportunity, man. Let's do this. Let's build this.
Quincy, that was to you. You're supposed to respond.
No problem.
Here, Bill, I'll do it for you. It is an honor to be working with the Georgetown Poker Club. Looking forward to building a special relationship with you guys and the Syndicate.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me
You're
on.
welcome. All right.
All right.
That was a Billy Ocean with the Georgetown Poker Club there in Georgetown, Texas. Quincy and them, the Syndicate in Georgetown, May 2nd, are doing the barbecue fundraiser for the, what is it again? The Dell Children's Hospital?
Yes.
They're in town. All right, Quincy. We are now what? 7 weeks away from training camp?
Something
right?
like that. Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Hold on, let me see.
Now, everything is coming to fruition. Even more. Day by day. More and more, right?
Yeah.
Where are you at in a mental space as we keep moving closer?
Tired. tired. And there's a lot of long nights. Still, trying to make sure we get all the little fine pieces together. So, we're still grinding. It don't stop.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And you guys just keep adding more and more sponsors, more and more partnerships to this team and all of that stuff. All right, Quincy, do we have anything else other than May 2nd? We're having the barbecue with the Georgetown Poker Club.
Right.
Starts at noon. You can enter to be a participant. It's $100 to enter.
We will be at Foodieland this weekend with one of our sponsors. An event that was supposed to be last month but got canceled due to the rain. Mm-hmm. So we will have a few staff members and a few players will be at the Foodieland event. So anybody's hungry, want some good food, want to experience a lot of things, I'll come out to that event. And then we got about 3 or 4 more events that we're planning that we're probably going to announce Thursday, because we got a little bit more details we got to put into them, and then they'll be ready to be announced. But we going full steam ahead, man. It's like nonstop right now.
Oh, there's Heidi calling you. I'm surprised Heidi didn't call me, so I must not have done anything to get us in trouble tonight.
No, she ain't said to me either.
That's a shocker, isn't it?
I think she might be tired.
You think she might be tired? Think she might be? Right? But Quincy, other than that, I don't think we got anything else, right?
Nah, man. That's about it for tonight, man. We're pretty good. We're making up for last week.
That is true. That is true. We did make up for last week, and it's been a very fun-filled show. Hey, remember, May 2nd, Georgetown Poker Club. They're having the barbecue. Some of the proceeds are going to go to the Dell Children's Hospital. That info will be up on the pages. later on. And then on May 23rd, you have the first preseason game against the Arkansas Nighthawks. And then the season starts May 30th. If you guys don't know what's happening, this league is happening. It's happening.
It is happening. It's going.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. And a lot of people wish they would have believed us in the beginning.
Exactamundo. And with that being said, hey, go look up all CFOL stuff. Everything is pretty much COFL, whatever their name is. Syndicate. Go to the WeFunder right there below us, WeFunder.com/COFL Syndicate. You can become an owner of the team. Other than that, Quincy, we got anything?
No, I think that's about it, man.
With that being said,
make sure y'all tune in Thursday for our fan and community-based show with Coach Champagne and RJ. If you want to know anything about what's going on in our community events, fans, sponsors, everybody is really on that show. That's where you find the nitty-gritty on the more family-oriented side of the organization.
And what is this?
Man, we just be talking about everything over here.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah,
this is Syndicate Tonight. I am your host, Spurge, as I'm joined every Monday night with the man and owner, operator of the Texas Syndicate, the General, Mr. Quincy Workman. We will make sure you go and like and follow COFL Syndicate on all social media platforms, all of that stuff, and like and follow the X Fan Show, again, on all social media platforms. Quincy, I got nothing. WeFunder.com/COFL Syndicate. Are we good?
We good.
We will see you guys next Monday. Until then, have a fun, wonderful, beautiful week.